What's up, guys? I'm AUSSIE METALHEAD. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing Patreon requests. This one surprisingly wasn't requested on Patreon, but everyone has been incredibly supportive on the Oasis album, and I absolutely adore Definitely Maybe. So I thought to do this as a rare exception to the usual requests and albums that I react to, because at the moment I'm mainly only doing Patreon requests, but I really liked the first album, and everyone is so fucking kind on the Definitely Maybe reaction, so I thought to do this one. I don't know anything about it. I know I have heard Wonderwall before. I've heard Don't Look Back in Anger, just a whole lot less, and Shampoo and Supernova I've heard like a few times. But I probably would only know the chorus from those tracks. I wouldn't know the verses. And this is easily one of the most like hit stacked tracks, like track lists that I can think of when it comes to just rock albums. So yeah, I'm curious to jump into it because I haven't heard any of the other tracks even remotely. So outside of the three main like known songs, I am going in completely blind. And I'm curious to see how their sound changes, because I really liked the distorted sound that Definitely Maybe sort of had, like this more shoegazy element. Now on What's the Story, Morning Glory, let's see how that transpires. I'm assuming it's going to be a more of a poppier record, because it is the most popular one, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's see how it goes. This sounds like Wonderwall to me. Huh? Oh. It kind of reminds me of like, so far, like American Idiot compared to other Green Day albums. I love his voice. I still don't know if it's Noel or him. Ooh. It is like an iconic as fuck voice. There's such a nostalgic vibe to the music here. It reminds me of so much stuff that I heard in like 2000 growing up. It feels like every single like teen show or theme song for a TV show was inspired by Oasis. They have a very interesting, like, way of mixing their instruments. Like, it has such a different, like, vocal, like a sound effect or a filter on it compared to other bands that I've listened to. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listen ratings. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, where you can chat to me about my ratings. I also post the Album of the Year, which is the music rating website that I use. On Album of the Year, you can see all of my ratings. Before this channel, I basically listened to 20 albums front to back my entire life, which is Linkin Park, Bring Me the Horizon. That was it. And now I've listened to about 1,200, 1,300, and my average rating is a 6 out of 10. I think that's solely because I get requested more good albums than bad. Like, I'm listening to Oasis, and I'm listening to Arctic Monkeys, and I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar and stuff like that instead of bad albums. So I think that's the reason why it skews a bit higher on the average rating, because spiritually I think I have 5 out of 10 average, because if something's a 5.1, I think it's above average. If you want to request more Oasis albums, by the way, you can go to my Patreon. It's $5 a month and you get to request albums, and there's multiple tiers depending on what you want to request, and that solidifies that I'm going to do more Oasis in the future. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this track just yet. Like, his vocals are really nice. I love the distinct style that Oasis has when it comes to the, like, mixing of the instruments and stuff like that. Like, I don't think anyone has that sort of sound, unless I'm just really uncultured, which could be the case, because I haven't listened to much British rock from the 90s and that sort of thing. I don't know who, like, Oasis is drawing upon, for example. So maybe there are, like, artists and bands that do the same sort of sound and distortion when it comes to the instruments. But it's unique. I like it. But it hasn't caught me as much as, like, the first track did when it came to Definitely Maybe. So I'll give it a 7 for now. But on a re-listen, that can obviously change. There's just such a uplifting vibe. Oh, it's just such feel-good music. I feel like I just have a misunderstanding of, like, Manchester, because obviously, like, Oasis was, like, the kings of Manchester sound. I always assumed it was, like, cynical, and, like, but, like, the music here is very uplifting. It's not, like, filled with a shit ton of cynicism. Yeah, this gives me such nostalgia for, like, so much music in every, like, teen show, like, coming of age story as well. like this song a lot. It just like, it reminds me of all of the tracks that would be used on like a teen show when like they're opening up for the season and they're like, you see the front facing of the school, all of the kids are running in, and you have like this school bell that's running, like going in, there's like people skateboarding, and and it's just blasting, and it's like, oh, we're finally back with a new season, and this is like the feel-good song that they put on for it. Like, it just has such a nostalgic vibe to it. And yeah, with what I was talking about before, I just had no idea. Like, my understanding of like Manchester music is so limited because it comes from like 1975 and like Matty Healy talking about it a bit, and this idea of what Oasis is, because maybe it gets more cynical in the future, but I always felt like Oasis is Britpop, but they kind of, I don't know, I feel like they get treated like an indie band, kind of like the Strokes in a way, but like a more popular version. And I just feel like I always had this perception that they were critical, cynical people, and I think that's because of how people talk about the band members and like their egos and stuff like that. But like the music that they make is just, even if there's like the deeper meaning might be different, it's just such feel-good music that doesn't feel like it has like a very strong concept to it. Where like if I look at like Arctic Monkeys' debut album, they adhere to a pretty strong concept of like exploring nightlife, like youth nightlife in Britain, and they have a bit of like that tongue-in-cheek tearing people down sort of energy. And I have like from these songs, and if I remember off Definitely Maybe, there's not really any of that vibe, or if there is, it's not to anywhere near the same degree as like early Arctic Monkeys, or any like hipster sort of vibes to the music, which I just assumed would have been a part of it because I don't know, I feel like that's how it's been branded to me of like what Manchester, Oasis, all that sort of thing sounds like. It's an interesting, like, I don't know, it's an interesting juxtaposition to like what my assumptions were. This track is great. I think it's an 8. I think it's really nice. I like it a lot. And then we go into a track that I have heard, but I've never rated. It feels like one of the, this song is like kind of one that's like impossible to rate, because like it's larger than life. I do have a funny story. Like, I remember finding this song when I was like 10 on like a Watch Mojo list of like songs you know but you don't know the name of, and I thought I was like the most hipster person finding this song. Like, oh, I finally found it. But it's the most overplayed song ever, right? I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. I think it's like overplayed, quote unquote, for a good reason though. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Just like, this song is so ever present. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. Like, akin to like a Bohemian Rhapsody or something, where it's like, it's forever going to be one of the most like iconic tracks of all time. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. Sorry, it's later. Has nothing to do with me though. I love it. I feel like for my generation and younger, because I see that like I know like 15-year-olds and stuff like that fucking love Oasis as like legacy rock sort of stuff, as classic rock. If I'm being honest, even I point out to my upbringing, it feels like Oasis is more the Beatles for my generation than the Beatles are. Because like growing up, like the Beatles isn't on the radio. They're not radio hits for us. It's like you do know some of the songs. It's like I Want to Hold My Hand, Hey Jude, that sort of thing. But they sound a bit archaic because they kind of are. Like they're 60, like it's the 60s. So you don't get a personal attachment to it. Where like I just assume that there's like people born in like the 80s, that sort of thing. They have that sort of the Beatles fourth and think of it as like the classic rock that they, the same way that like more metalheads have it for Black Sabbath, and then if you're a bit of a hippie, you have Pink Floyd and shit like that. I feel like Beatles fits into the more pop groove of that. I feel like for my generation though, you have Oasis, like that's the Beatles. And the reason I say Oasis in particular is because of just how insane they are. Like the amount of like critical reception that they have, like everyone loves Oasis. Like critics love Oasis. They're absolute fucking like monsters when it comes to streaming and when it comes to radio play. Like I knew this song front to back without ever knowing the name of the song or the band when I was growing up. And they also have a bunch of other tracks, like the next one we will be getting into, like Hey, Don't Look Back in Anger or Champagne Supernova, and then a bunch of hits that I didn't even realize I knew from, like, definitely maybe like Slide Away and Live Forever. I didn't even know those. Like, their presence is felt so largely that you, so far that you don't even know. This sort of like the 60s Bob Dylan and the Beatles. But like obviously the Beatles were the super popular ones. I just feel like Oasis is in that category. When there's like, when I'm looking at bands that are more classic rock now, I feel like also Oasis is one of the ones that can fit into that, because a band that is just as popular or maybe even more popular is Arctic Monkeys. Like I would say that they're probably arguably the biggest band at the moment. Technically I think it's Imagine Dragons, but for like the past like decade and a bit, I'm pretty sure it's been Arctic Monkeys for quite some time. And also Imagine Dragons feels like they're not as culturally significant as someone like as an outfit like the Arctic Monkeys, but they feel just a bit different, and they're a bit more recent, like 2006 onwards, where Oasis is 1994 onwards. So they are they're old enough to be a classic thing, the same way that like by the time that like with this coming out, 30 years prior was Rubber Soul and like Sgt. Pepper's and stuff like that. It's like now we're having 30 years from Oasis, where I don't know if you would say like classic rock when you're in the 90s is, I don't know, the first half of the 80s. It's like that's like the sort of difference when it comes to Arctic Monkeys and how recent they are. But and then also like I guess like the biggest tracks from Arctic Monkeys are from 2013, so it's not even close in length. But yeah, all that to say is I just feel like Oasis is like my generation's Beatles, and I think for pretty good fucking reason. I'll give this a 10. Like it's Wonderwall. It's just one of the biggest tracks of all time. Like, I know Oasis songs, but before I did this channel, I didn't really know that many Beatles tracks. Oh. This is just like one of the best songs of all time. It's just, oh, it's so good. Oh. This could be my favorite Oasis track. I'm getting goosebumps. Like, I don't know if you can see, but oh. It's just such a fucking amazing song. Holy shit, dude. I said all the things I said about Wonderwall also apply to this track. Like, it's just one of the most iconic songs of all time. And like, it's not even remotely hyperbole. Oh, fuck. This actually might be one of my favorite songs of all time without me realizing. It's been so long since I've listened to this. It's just one of the best songs of all time. Easily. Oh. I'm so curious what is going to be a rock song from the last like 15 years that has the effect that this had. This came out in 95. I remember it was ever present, like Wonderwall, this song, when I was like 6 in 2007. I'm so curious what song from like 2010s or something that will happen. Granted, we don't have a world of rock. I love that solo, by the way. Sorry. I am listening to it. I wonder if there is literally no bands that could do that. Could be as iconic as like Oasis. Like, I'm trying to think. Quickly, this is 11. If you don't know, I usually 0 to 10 scale 99.9% of the time. But if there's a track that is literally a Bohemian Rhapsody, I was bouncing between as a Wonderwall that, but I'm glad I gave it a 10 because I do think Don't Look Back in Anger is better. And it is just the 11. It's just, yeah, it's one of the best songs of all time. It's one of the most iconic of all time. It just seems, 11's for like something that's not just perfect, it's fucking magical. It transcends the art sort of thing. And Don't Look Back in Anger is just unbelievable. But yeah, what I was talking about, I wonder, like, I'm trying to headcanon, like, is there a band that can be as, like, quintessential and classic as Oasis with as many iconic songs as fucking they have on just this album alone, it seems, recently? And I'm wondering if like 2000s is the cutoff point, because that is basically once you get like the Diamond album from Eminem and then Kanye, I think, and stuff like that. Once you get that, I feel like it turns from rock being the predominant medium to rap being the predominant medium, and maybe they're just in that world you can't really find much rock from like mid 2000s onwards that will have that same staying power. It's pop and rap at that point. They're the show, the same way like pop and rock were the show for like 40 years. And I wonder, is Oasis the last one? Because I can't, maybe I'm blanking on bands, but I feel like superstar level bands, Arctic Monkeys feels like, again, the closest we have to that, maybe. But after this, Linkin Park, a bit. But new metal feels like it's more in a niche, even though Linkin Park broke out of that niche. Like Deftones is a classic band, which is interesting. Like I feel like Deftones, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but I don't feel like Deftones was as big as it is now as it was back then, which is, I wonder the same thing with Oasis, because Oasis is so massive now where they're selling out stadiums so much. And I know they probably would have sold stadiums back then, but I'm just curious. I don't know. I wonder if Oasis is bigger now than they were back in the 90s. But like, I know Deftones, I'm pretty sure is bigger now than back in the 90s, and they're considered very, like, I don't know, very important classic rock legacy band. And they're from around that time, but like Linkin Park was always bigger than that. Like everyone knows Linkin Park. Not everyone knew Deftones, I feel. And I wonder, I don't know. I wonder if there is another band that's like after Oasis, that has the same level. I mean, even like a pop rock band, because this is like pop rock. It just doesn't feel like there is one. Is like Oasis the last like superstar band, like akin to like Pink Floyd and the Beatles and Rolling Stones and Black Sabbath and Queen? And is Oasis the last one of that? It feels like Linkin Park's a very, like, as much as they sold insane amounts, like I think Hybrid Theory is one of the highest selling albums of all time. That one feels a bit different, because especially because it's such a genre fusion band. Yeah, I'm just blanking. I can't think of another band. It might be Oasis, might be the last like superstar band. And I think for a good reason. Ooh. Oh, his voice is so fucking splendid. I love it. I love these instrumental solos as well. I'm sorry I talked over the last one, because they're really nice. This is sick. I'm just reading the lyrics because I want to sing it. It's just such classic songwriting, right? As well. Like it's not steeped in concept, just like classic rock songwriting. I love this, dude. Like, this is probably like, if Wonderwall wasn't so iconic, and that could be clouding my judgment, I feel like this track might be better than that. Like, this is a 9 at least. It's so amazing. It's just so fun to listen to. It's like an absolute fucking joy to be able to react to Oasis for the first time. Stunning track. I'm sad that doesn't get talked about much. Damn, an interlude that feels like it has some time and care put into it. That's cool. This is good fucking. I like this. Not many people actually have like decent fucking interludes. I love the guitar. I've never heard of some of these songs, but like, they're really fucking good too. It it's similar to like Definitely Maybe. Like, I guess I knew vaguely the two main songs, but like the rest had some amazing songs too. I love this. They have such unique production. Like, there is such a dreamy element to a lot of it as well. Like, the level, like the type of distortion and stuff they have. It is so cool. It just feels like it taps into like a specific like teen feeling, like a teen youth. It reminds you of better times in a way. Even though I prefer my life now than when I was a teenager. Like, it's another amazing track. Ooh. It's gonna be hard. I feel like this album might get a higher rating than Definitely Maybe. It'll be close. I want some history of Oasis a bit, because it looks like from ratings and stuff like that, like looking at the rating stuff that it used, but there's a great 3-album run with Definitely Maybe this into Master Plan, and then there's Be Here Now, which is considered like seems like it's good. Why'd they fall off? Like, I know there was riffs between them and that sort of thing. Did they, like, with their music, did they just not put energy, time into it or something? Because I find it so fascinating looking at some of these bands that made such iconic music, especially to the level of Oasis, and they kind of just fall off, because it's like, what, how do you stop that? Because, like, I guess when I look at modern day artists that are, like, pumping out amazing albums, there's, like, Kendrick has, like, 7 in a row. Kanye had, like, 7, 8 in a row. And I just find it so, and then Deftones has done it for like 30 years. Radiohead's done it for like 30 years. This sort of talent just doesn't feel like it just dissipates, you know? And I don't know, I just find it odd. It's kind of, with other bands, I kind of can see how. Like, if I look at Weezer's first Blue album, sick. Pinkerton's sick. I haven't done the rest of them. But they're like, I've heard some of the songs. It's like they just didn't take themselves seriously after that point. I doubt that's the case when it comes to Oasis. They feel like they're very prideful. So it just doesn't seem like, from the caricatures that I've had of the members of Oasis, they don't seem like the personality types to me to allow their music to get bad. So I know, I'm so curious to go through their albums and figure out why. Because how do you make so many like all-time iconic tracks like you do in here? It kind of like Queen has so many iconic tracks, but it's like, it makes sense. Like Freddie died. That's the reason why it stopped. But like, I don't know. I guess like we can never know when it comes to like Freddie or like Kurt Cobain or something like that. It's like they both died, so they died before they can just like pump out a bunch of tracks that aren't that great. So maybe like a lot of amazing bands go down that road. But it feels like Oasis are like maybe in the top 10 most iconic bands of all time. And from the fact that they only did that with like, it seems like 2 to 3 albums of like note, is kind of crazy. I'm very curious to see how and why the music falters. They've got like a classic acoustic guitar sound. I wonder where they're influenced by. Oh, this sounds so gorgeous and dreamy. Oh, I love this. I didn't know there was so much like psychedelic sort of vibes. Like these ethereal, beautiful, lushy vibes. Kind of Beatlesy vocals with back in those days. I love this. I'm just reading the lyrics because this shit's so fucking nice. You know it's a good album when you can't tell if you like certain songs more than others, because they're all just so amazing. I need to look up who they're influenced by, because there's so much, like, feels so nostalgic about this. Like, the vocals here, it just reminds me of I've never heard of the Stone Roses. I've never heard of the Who, the Kings. This is amazing. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I love the 90s. It's easily my favorite decade of music. It's just fucking believable how many amazing albums are in the 90s. It reminds me so much of something. The sound reminds me so much of something. Obviously another amazing track. If I'm being honest, some of these could be 10s. Like they just... It's actually fucked how good it is. This could be better than definitely maybe. Which is crazy, because that's one of like... album's amazing and one of the best albums I've heard. It is actually mental. Oh, a bit of a bluesy? Is that the right term? Yeah, the like evergreen sort of topics that they're talking about. Like their songwriting is so good and just very classic. There's just like that superstar quality to it.
In fact, she's got about a dozen. She's got one in the oven, but it's nothing to do with me. And I want you to know, got my mind made up now, but I need more time. And I want you to say, do you know what I'm saying? But I need more, 'cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see. There's lots and lots for us to do. She's electric, can I be electric too? Can I be electric too?
Just another amazing track. The consistency on this album is insane. And I know we're going into Morning Glory, which I haven't heard before, but I'm pretty sure it's considered like a really good track. And Champion Supernova is like another like don't look back in anger type song. Like, what the hell? What an incredible album. Chopper sounds. Oh, I like the directional sound use.
All your dreams are made when you chain to the mirror and the razor blade. Today's the day that all the world will see. Another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favorite tune. Tomorrow never knows what it doesn't know too soon. Need a little time to wake up. Need a little time to wake up, wake up. Need a little time to wake up. Need a little time to rest your mind. You know you should, so I guess you might as well. What's the story, morning glory? Well, you need a little time to wake up, wake up. Well, what's the story, morning glory? Well, need a little time to wake up, wake up.
I like how chaotic it is. A lot of the other stuff has been very like joyous and high. And this is a lot more restless. The darker little edge to it.
All your dreams are made when you chain to the mirror and the razor blade. Today's the day that all the world will see.
Razor blade. Is it about Coke?
Another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favorite tune. Tomorrow never knows what it doesn't know too soon. Need a little time to wake up. Need a little time to wake up, wake up. Need a little time to wake up. Need a little time to rest your mind. You know you should, so I guess you might as well. What's the story, morning glory? Well, need a little time to wake up, wake up. Well, what's the story, morning glory? Well, you need a little time.
Pretty great track. I don't even know how much I believe this. But I'll give it an 8. I think it's a great track. It hasn't amazed me like the other ones did, but those might have been amazing because my expectations weren't as high. So I'm re-listening to my turn. Still an incredible album so far. And we only have one more track. Like, this is an incredible album. I like that. It's interesting to have the helicopter. I really like the... I really like these interludes. Oh, that's a really nice transition. Ooh, this sounds stunning. Ah, is this album just like a massive high, and then you get like the climax? And this is like the epilogue of the wreckage after your fun.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high?
I have never focused on the lyrics of this track.
Caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova. A champagne supernova
I love this album.
in the sky.
I'm so glad I didn't know what this album was about. Because like all of that youthful energy, all of that makes sense when it's the subject matter.
Wake up the dawn and ask her why. A dream, she never dies. Wipe that tear away now from your eye. Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide.
I love this.
Supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova. A champagne supernova. 'Cause people believe that they're gonna get away from the sun. But you and I live and die. The world still spins around. We don't know why. How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while
The lyrics are so fucking good too.
someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky.
I had no idea what this song was about.
Champagne supernova,
Oh. I feel so silly talking about like the fact that like I felt like just like pop music useful there isn't like cynicism or a concept, because at the end of the like at the end they kind of have it. I'm glad I didn't know, because it makes this track hit harder. I've even heard this song multiple times and I just never focus on the lyrics. I'm so glad I didn't until I got to this. I'm glad it was basically a blind reaction. Because like, even though I've heard the songs before, I never heard the songs, you know? Never actually like sat down and felt the meaning. Fuck me. It's hard to pick which one I like more, but like, fucking incredible. Obviously one of the best songs of all time as well. One of those, it's so crazy that the song is like 7.5 minutes long. Like, this might be one of the best songs of all time, because the length just doesn't feel like that. Like this, it's crazy the pacing, how good that like this song is. Like it feels like a 3-minute song, but it's fucking 8 minutes. I love listening to Oasis. Thank you guys so much for the support on the first one, because I wouldn't have followed up and done this by myself, which I never do. I only do Patreon requests. I would have never done this if I didn't get so much support. I just appreciate you guys, because the fact that I'm in this position where I can listen to such amazing fucking music for kind of a job and stuff like that is crazy to me. I don't get it, but I massively appreciate it. This is an unbelievable album. An unbelievable album. And thank you. Yeah. Oasis is fucking insane and deserves to the superstar sort of status that they are getting and kind of already have, because they've earned it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support further, watching as far as supporting up, if you want to go to my Patreon, sub, request more Oasis if you want to see it, all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching. Absolutely love you. Peace.